NASCAR driver Kurt Busch is arguing against a restraining order that his ex-girlfriend has filed against him. His ex-girlfriend is a woman by the name of Patricia Driscoll. And they were together for 4 years, but the relationship ended badly. Now, the reason why Driscoll wants to get a restraining order from him or toward him is because she alleges that he was physically violent toward her. So according to reports, Driscoll has also filed a criminal complaint against Busch, alleging that he grabbed her and slammed her head into the wall of his motor coach at Dover International Speedway last fall. Now, while they're going through all of this testimony, something really interesting came up. Busch says that it's impossible for him to hurt her because she is literally an assassin. Okay, as if this story couldn't take a turn for the awkward, unusual, strange. So, according to reports, Driscoll is a trained assassin dispatched on covert missions around the world. That's according to his testimony, and the Associated Press reported on that testimony. Also, Busch and Driscoll reportedly asserted her assassin status and claimed the work took her on missions across Central and South America and Africa.
And then he added, dun 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 da da da. Okay, I don't know. Here are the three possibilities. There's something really effed up going on here, and somebody should investigate Driscoll. Okay, as you're going to see some of the details in a second. The other possibility is that he has lost his mind. The third possibility is, again, you'll see the details in a second, she has lost her mind. Like, one of them is batshit crazy.
I think there's a possibility that she's an assassin. I know that sounds. Right, I know that sounds absurd, but I'm just basing that on what she does for a living, you know, overtly, I guess.
Okay, let's find out.
So anyway, here's more from USA Today. Once, he said, they were in El Paso, Texas, where she had left that night in camouflage and boots. She returned later to the hotel at which he was staying wearing a trench coat. Under it, she was wearing an evening gown splattered with blood and other matter, Busch testified. Now, the interesting thing is, he's claiming that she's an assassin, that she's killing like drug traffickers and doing all this crazy stuff, and she's not denying it. That's the most interesting part. Like, I mean, his case is, no, I couldn't have physically harmed her because she's an assassin and she can kill me. And she's like, yep, that's right, that's right.
Okay, now hold up. First of all, I'm telling you, there's a good 38% chance that she's a lunatic. Okay, and I don't mean like a lunatic assassin. Like, she's like, all right, honey, I'll be right back. And she goes out in camouflage and blues. Then she goes and does like X and meth and heroin and comes back in an evening gown with ketchup all over it.
Yeah.
Right?
Or maybe she has a wild like bender on bath salts.
Right. I mean, she's not killing people. Okay, if she is killing people. No, if she is killing people, but for God's sake, investigate her. Hey, Busch, why don't you turn her in at the time to the authorities? I don't know if you know this, assassins are not legal. Okay, you're not allowed to go and assassinate someone even if they're a drug dealer in the middle of the night. Okay, that's not how things work, right? You can't be CIA inside the country. You can't, there's no legal assassins. This is lunacy, right?
Okay, there's more. In his testimony, he also said the following: I know that she could take me down at any moment because she's a badass.
Okay, now this is also incredibly curious, right? If you think your wife is an assassin, why did you push her?
Yeah.
Okay? Mm-hmm. I mean, if you think she's this much of a badass and she will kill you in camouflage in the middle of the night, I wouldn't have pushed her. Right? So she's actually the head of two organizations. One is the Armed Forces Foundation, a veterans advocacy group that partners with NASCAR. The other is Frontline Defense Systems. And her website says that she spent the majority of her career in the narcotics and intelligence world. I don't know, she could be lying about all of that stuff, but who knows, maybe she is an assassin. Okay, out of the three options, and we'll do a poll on tytnetwork.com. We're full of polls today. Okay, is he crazy, is she crazy, or is she an assassin? Okay, those are your three choices. I'm voting she's a lunatic.
Can we just say that they're both crazy?
Fair enough.
That's a possibility.
Yes, one of the choices will be they're both crazy. Okay, but I think he's just stupid. I don't think he's crazy. I think she tells him all this stuff, and he's like, oh, golly, gee, look at that. My girlfriend's an assassin. She went out in boots, and And then she came back in an evening, the guy with ketchup on.
Why are you needlessly like...
He's NASCAR. Okay, I'm the bad guy. All right, JR, your theory.
Well, there's this thing. This is all based on he's trying to dispute this restraining order. If she's an assassin, a killer, and a badass, you know what you do? Stay the fuck away from her. Like, what are you fighting it for? You want to get near her, but she's a badass. She's a killer. This is a restraining order on you. Be like, oh, this all works out great. I don't have to be near her.
Of course.
What's the problem? Where's the problem?
If your ex-girlfriend's an assassin and you hit her, I would stay away. I'd be like, hey, you know what, dog? While you're at it, give me 3 of those restraining orders. I don't want to be anywhere near her, and I don't want her to be anywhere near me.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. It's such an absurd story with like no evidence on either side that I just have a hard time making a ruling. But as absurd as it sounds, I don't know. I feel like there's a possibility that she could be an assassin.
Who is she assassinating?
Drug traffickers.
But why? The
I don't
CIA
know.
doesn't work inside the country. They're not supposed. That would be an enormous, enormous story uncovered by NASCAR guy.
You're right. You're right. And government officials always follow the rules. So.
Look, maybe she's a private contractor and they're doing some insane stuff inside the country, in which case we definitely ought to know about it.
Of course.
Okay, but I would be very surprised. Okay, JR.
Just in case someone says it, we're giving, well, not we, we'll say Cenk Uygur is giving Kurt Busch this southern accent and spitting. He's from Nevada.
Yes.
Doesn't matter that he's from Nevada. He drives cars for a living. Okay, that doesn't make any sense.
Anything.
If you drive cars for a living in New York, you're more likely to be a Middle Eastern like me. But anyway, nonetheless. Okay, Jesus, Chief Justice, last word.
Are you kidding me? They're both crazy.
So she's not an assassin, and they both believe she actually is an assassin.
Yeah, they're both fucking crazy. And like you said, he's from the South. What are you gonna do? Even though JR just said he wasn't.
Come on, dude.
You know what?
He's from southwest of Nevada.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. If I was the judge, I'd be like, first of all, I don't care if she's an assassin. You hit her anyway. I'm going to give the restraining order. Second of all, if you want to protect your life, stay away from her. Third of all, I'm ordering an investigation as to who she murdered that night.